The First Christmas by Colin. To the best study buddy in the whole world, John. A very long time ago, my husband Joseph and I had to go on a long journey to Bethlehem. God told Joseph and me to go to Bethlehem to give birth to his only son, Jesus. One of God's angels came to me and asked if I would be the mother of Jesus. I said yes. Turn the page. The whole thing took me by surprise at first, but then I realized I had to do this for God. It was also a big surprise to Joseph, too. So after thinking, Joseph and I headed out for Bethlehem. This was going to be a very long journey, so I sat on a donkey and Joseph walked along the side. It took us many days before we reached Bethlehem. Now we needed to find somewhere we could stay for the night. Turn the page. We looked for many hours for an open inn, but they were all filled. Joseph and I could not find a place to stay until one manager of an inn offered us a stable in the back. We took the offer because it was the only place to stay. Meanwhile, there were 3 kings that heard about the birth of Jesus. They wanted to see our baby because they knew that he was the Son of God. When they got to Bethlehem, 3 kings would give Jesus gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Turn the page. They started their journey by following the North Star to guide them to Bethlehem. Back in Bethlehem, Joseph and I were getting a manger ready to put our baby in. Then it was time for me to have God's only son, Jesus. When I had finally given birth to Jesus, we laid him in the manger. Joseph and I prepared for him. When we laid him in the manger, the animals of the stable crowded around Jesus to keep him warm. Many other people lived in Bethlehem that heard about it, came to witness such a beautiful thing. Turn the page. The 3 kings finally got to the stable to see the newborn child. When they saw the baby, they knew that he would grow up and save our world. So they put their gifts they prepared for Jesus next to the manger and then watched. This beautiful night was called the First Christmas. The reason the 3 kings prepared gifts for Jesus was because they thought of Jesus as a special person. So that is why today we give presents to people we love and think that they are special. And I know someone named John who is loved by his family. Turn the page. But if we think about presents before we think about Jesus' birthday, that would be bad, because we need to thank the Lord for all that he has done for us. If it were not for Joseph and me, who said yes to the Lord, we would not have Christmas today. So people should try to remember that Christmas is not a time for presents, but a time of honoring Jesus' birth. The end.